So yeah, there's a lot of things that jar me. Maybe we should do one video about things that we hate people saying to us.
100% unsolicited advice episode. We're definitely gonna do that.
Yeah.
Things that
like
people
10
say
things
to you.
people say that
Oh
annoy
my
you mums.
God, we could do that right now, Wallah. We could do that right now.
Oh, I need a paper and pen, girl.
Girl, I can list them off my head. Wallahi, we could do that, wallahi.
There's so much to talk about.
There's so much, so much. I feel like that's why I really wanted to start this with you.
Yeah.
Because I remember when me and you met up for the first time, and we did the postpartum depression conversation for your blog. I feel like we had like such a what's the word?
Bond.
Like a connection.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say bond because obviously it's the first time we just met in it.
Yeah.
But I'd say like we had like an energy that matched. And when we were talking, I remember we were sat in there for how many hours?
We were there for like 3 hours.
We just sat there and just the time just flew. Like we don't even know where the time went. Wallahi.
I honestly thought we were going to be there for an hour.
Me as well. I thought, okay, just
They didn't even kick us out or nothing. We were there for 3 hours.
We could have left. They didn't even know if we paid or not.
Yeah, literally.
We could have just walked out.
We were there for time.
We were in there for so long, wallahi, and that's when I realised, I was like, yo, I got a lot to say, like, and you got a lot to say, because me and you was back and forth. I remember we was busting convo, and I'm so glad we did this, wallahi.
I'm so glad. Wallahi, I'm so glad.
I'm so glad we did this.
You know how long we've been planning this? Since September the 1st, 2021 is when Nasra was like, YouTube channel?
I literally was like, shall we?
It took us over 6 months to get here.
Wallahi, it took us a really long time. But then again, we're mums, man.
Yeah.
Hannah was what, like less than 2? She wasn't 2 yet. She was just after. It was just after she turned 1.5.
Yeah.
Fam, it's hard having a little kid. Even now, banging out these episodes, like I actually want the viewers to understand, like this is like what we have to insert into our schedules, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like we have to time this. We have to make a time for it. So if you see us wearing the same clothes in multiple episodes, do you know what it is? It's because we don't have time, and we hope you lot understand that. We're mums.
We've been here for hours.
Wallahi, I'd rather be here for half a day and bang out 6 or 7 episodes than come back every week. I don't have the ability to come back every week.
Yeah.
Neither do you. We both have little kids, so we apologise if we're wearing the same clothes in loads of episodes.
We don't even need to apologize.
Yeah, I don't even care, to be honest. But that's the explanation, innit?
Yeah.
Okay, so we made a list because we were about to start having a rant about certain things that we disliked while we were pregnant and even after we were pregnant. And we came up with a few things, yeah? So, you know what? I'm going to let you go first.
Say all of them.
No. Whip one out. We'll whip one each.
Okay.
One each.
The first one.
Tell me.
When are you going to have another one?
Oh.
That jars me so much.
Do you know what though? You can get a lot of those questions, but I'm divorced, so people only ask me that when they're just, you know, trying to see if I'm dating anyone or seeing anyone or even gonna get married anytime. But I don't really get that one much anymore, so I can't even be angry at that.
For me, it jars me because it's like my daughter hasn't even got teeth yet,
bruh.
Like she doesn't even have teeth yet. And you're asking me to have
She can't even walk yet.
She can't even walk.
Leave her alone.
Like my C-section scar is still itchy, fam.
Bro, come on. Aunties and uncles,
like they don't care about the mother.
It's shod, bro.
They don't care about the mother.
They don't care.
Why do you care about my next child?
What is she, a machine?
Why don't you give birth for me,
bro?
Do you know
if only surrogacy was halal.
For reals.
Okay.
Your turn.
My first one on the list is unsolicited advice. I don't fucking like it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give me unsolicited advice. Don't come with, I just want it now. I didn't ask for it. Don't give it to me.
Mm-hmm.
Like, also, the thing is, there's levels in it. Like, if me and you are like this, unsolicited me. Wow, that didn't make no sense.
I hear that.
Unsolicit me. That's okay.
Yeah.
If we're bros like that, and you, like, people that are cool with me like that, they will know who they are, innit? Like, we're not cool like that, don't come with any unsolicited advice, because the response I'm going to give you, you're not going to like it, and you're going to say that Nasra's a rude bitch.
Give an example of
unsolicited advice.
Give an example.
You know what? That's actually the second thing on my list is an example of unsolicited advice. When I had my child, 17 years ago, when you had your child,
sis.
when you had your child 35 years ago, yeah, your last born is older than me, and you're telling me when I had my child, I don't want to know, wallahi, because you know why? Quite frankly, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? I actually just don't care what you did 35 years ago. Unless you're telling me a story that's going to be like, no way, that's sick. Like, oh my God, how times have changed, right? Come with a story. If you're going to unsolicited advise me, give me unsolicited advice, then at least coat it with something. Don't just come with, you know, oh, when I had my child, this is how we did it back in the bush days. Didn't you give birth at home? I'm sorry. That's when I'm going to tell you to mind your business. Do you know what I mean?
No, honestly, times have changed now. Like, the way people do things now is different. By the time my daughter gives birth, that's if she wants to, she's going to be having a completely different way of living, like, when that happens. So. And
then people are going to be like, but you're going to say when I would... No, I'm not. I'm going to keep up with the times, and I'm going to ask them, how are you feeling? Would you like any advice? Yeah. Do you need any help? You know?
Because it's still going to be hard.
Bro, there's ways like, okay, are you struggling with XYZ? You can ask somebody and they'll tell you if they're open to the advice or not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not just going to come along and tell you what you're doing is weird, like I did it this way. Don't do it like that, do it like this. No, just don't do that. If it's itching you so much that you can't keep your mouth shut, I just don't know for you. Wallahi. I just don't know for you. Then you can't be angry at my response when I tell you that it's none of your fucking business and you need to fuck off.
It is none of your business, bro. Do you know what I mean? Anyways.
Hit me.
My second point was kind of related to the first one.
Okay.
Your daughter needs a sibling, get them out of the way now. So that kind of relates to when you're going to...
What we was talking about earlier on. Yeah.
Like, back to back. Get another one out while she's still young.
Is she a machine? I just said that. Is she a machine?
I'm losing my mind with one and you want me to do it again. Do you want me to end up in a mental hospital, bruv? Because I almost lost my shit postpartum. I'm not going to lie to you. So for me to do it again a year later, when the midwives actually told me, wait 2 years because of your C-section. I'm trying to protect my uterus here. Like, please.
They think that they know more than the midwives.
Legit.
Do you know what I used to hear whenever I used to say, but the midwife said this. The midwife. You're just listening to these Adan people.
Yeah.
The Adan people are... What did someone said to me? مسكحنا على قبصتي. That kind Adan. Bro, what do you mean?
They're basically brainwashed.
Are they not doctors?
Yeah.
Are they not midwives? Did they not go and study? Did you study? Furthermore, did you do any GCSEs?
Oh.
Have you passed O-levels? The ones that they used to do in Africa. O-levels. And you're telling me not to listen to the midwife. This is giving me very much anti-vaxxer vibes.
Yeah. Don't trust anyone vibes. The
Okay.
doctors are trying to kill you vibes.
Yeah. Same people that go there and say, my stomach is talking. Okay.
I hate you so much.
Okay. My next point was kissing newborn babies.
Oh, how did I
Don't
not?
fucking do it. Don't.
Oh, how did I not do that? You know what? I'm not gonna lie. I was blessed to have Jenna during all these restrictions because no one really came over. A few people did, and when they did, they were masked up and they had gloves and everything.
Okay.
They knew not to kiss her and stuff like that during the whole pandemic, parafa fam. Like, do you know what I mean?
So Hannah was born, as you know, in January, and the pandemic started in March, right? So for 2 months, I had people coming over, right? And a couple of people kissed Hannah, and I worked out.
Oh my god.
And I bugged out and I said, don't kiss the newborn babe, but I'm your aunt. I don't give a fuck who you are. Do not, unless you are the mother or the father of this child, don't kiss and even, I'm sorry, unless you're the mother of this child, don't kiss the fucking newborn. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't agree with it. Just don't do it. Don't kiss the newborn on the mouth. Don't kiss the newborn on the face, furthermore. If you want to kiss the newborn, and even that, don't blame my child's face.
No, for real.
Well, how unreasonable. But just don't do it. Why do people do it? Have you seen the little kids that have died from
Legit.
herpes virus? I don't know you like that. I don't know who you lips. I don't know if you got herpes. I'm sorry. Don't kiss my newborn.
COVID really saved me from all that stress.
See, when I went back to Birmingham,
No one came.
COVID happened.
Yeah.
And then now no one came over for like a good 9 months. So
Yeah. We made sure people were masked. Like, we put a table near the door. My mum put all antibacterial, everything. As soon as you walked in, wipe your hands, put a mask on, gloves.
Sawiya, I'm so glad that COVID happened. And it's bad that I say that, but I'm so glad it happened, yeah. Because when Hannah was born, the midwife told me, anti-bac wipes for anyone that comes in the house, wash your hands, take your coat off. This is etiquette. This is newborn etiquette, yeah? You wash your hands before you touch the child. You take your outside clothes off, yeah? Your dusty coat, take it off. And then, before you touch the child, you sanitize. My mum was like, you think I'm going to tell aunties and all these old people that are going to come over to sanitize their hands? What are they going to say? That's so I said, Hoya, I don't give a fuck.
It's a newborn, man.
I said, I don't give a fuck. And you know what? I was lucky because I think I had 2 visits from the midwife. I think I had a day 2 or day 3, and I had a day 5, right? Because she was underweight.
Yeah.
She was losing weight. So at the first visit, I said to the woman, and it was a black lady as well, I said, excuse me, can you please explain to my mum over there why every motherfucker that comes in this door needs to sanitize and wash their hands and take their coat off? The woman was like, what? People are not doing that? And I was like, we thank God.
Oh.
After that, my mum was on job. She'd come in, take your coat off, in the toilet, wash your hands, here's a sanitizer. She was on job. But you know what? Not because I said it, but because the midwife said it.
Yeah.
Upsetting for me, personally. Like, you couldn't just take my word for it.
I feel like it should just be a normal thing. Like, do you know what I mean? It should just be a normal
Now
practice.
it's a normal thing. Because of COVID, now it's a very normal thing to sanitize and wash your hands and take your coat off.
Yeah.
Very normal thing.
Yeah.
What's the next one on your list?
This one jarred me. You've gained weight.
That's on my list as well.
You don't say, bro. You know what kind of pissed me off? I was a bridesmaid last summer.
Nice.
Just 4 months after I've given birth, I was a bridesmaid, right?
Okay.
And I had to wear like a dress at one point, and a dinner as well, 2 outfits.
Okay.
The first thing someone said to me was, "Oh, what, Aisha? Gain weight. It hasn't even been 6 months since I had a kid. I'm already insecure. Why are you saying this to me?" It actually broke my heart a little bit. It literally broke my heart a little bit. I was like, why?
It's just so insensitive.
My arms all flabby now. Why are you saying this to me?
Wallahi, it's just
I was trying to look pretty today. I was trying to look like a cute little bridesmaid, and you're telling me I gained weight.
Do you know
why?
what?
You know I had a baby. Why? Why are you doing me like that?
Why is it always the aunties?
Why?
What
And
reason
they're
do you
not
have?
really skinny legends. So why? Why are you telling us this?
I don't understand. Like, what are you gaining from it? Is it making your day to hurt someone else's feelings?
Oh man,
Especially like as well, you just come out of the 4th trimester.
bro. I was literally like 4 months along at the time.
That's horrible.
Yeah, March to July. Gave birth in March. In July, I was a bridesmaid.
That's horrible, man.
And that was probably the first time I saw bare people as well, because of lockdown and this and that. So
I
anyways,
have that on my list. It's number 6. It says comments about weight / when they say to you, oh, you know, if you don't start losing some weight, you know your husband's gonna get a second wife.
yeah, I've heard that.
That one, that one's a killer because it's not painful to hear, but it's like Why would you say that? Because my
Why?
weight is not
Okay,
going to determine whether or not he's going to want a second wife or not. Weight is something that fluctuates throughout your lifetime anyway. So if he likes me when I'm skinny and the determining factor of divorce or, marrying another wife is my weight, that is not going to make me want to keep my weight down. Because if you're going to marry a second wife, go for it. Well, I don't give a flying fuck. Go for it. I've been saying this. I even said to him, if you want another wife, go for it. Wallahi, do your thing. I'll help you. Come.
No.
We'll make a profile. I'll find you a nice lady.
And
I'll
then
say,
you're
listen. Nah, I'ma stay.
Wait, hold on.
I'ma stay. We good.
Hold on.
We're good.
You're good being okay, so you're alright with your husband having a second wife?
Yeah, why not? Do your thing.
Really?
Wallahi. Our camera died. I was saying, I actually don't mind. I'll stay because the reason is, the main reason is that I grew up an only child, innit?
Yeah.
I actually really enjoy my own personal space. So, I feel like if he went away for a couple of days, like every week, I wouldn't mind. Get to sleep in my bed all on my own. Get to cook what I want to cook when I want to cook it. Not that, like, I don't mean that in a way that's like he's controlling what I cook, but like, if I don't want to cook, I don't have to feel bad about it.
Yeah.
Like, if I don't want to cook, it's not going to look like I'm a bad wife. Do you know what I mean? Like, I can make food for Hannah, and then she can eat the same food the next day because I'll put it in the fridge in the Tupperware. But for me, I'm not going to lie to you, I eat Russian food. I love eating noodles. I can live off noodles for a week.
Yeah, same.
Happily.
Me, I can make some eggs and I'm good.
Me, I love eggs. I can live off eggs, wallahi. But you see now, when you have a husband, you have baris, sihilib, fucking God knows what else.
Rice, I don't even do that.
Bro, I went on strike personally, which is...
I cook when I genuinely have the energy to. If I don't have the energy to, I'm not cooking. That's literally how it is. And to be honest, I told him from the get-go, way before we got married, I told him, I said, I'm not really going to give you 5-star meals. I'm not really built like that.
Bro, at least yours expected it.
I'm not built like that. I told him from the get-go, don't expect gourmet meals.
At least yours didn't. Yours was alright. Mine was trying to tell me fucking, I don't eat leftovers. I've never eaten leftovers. In my mum's house, she cooks every day. I said, my nigga, I'm not going to cook every day because in my house, my mum used to cook food that would last 3 days.
Yeah.
She used to put it in the fridge, and then the next day we come back and we eat the same thing we had yesterday.
I always make fat portions and put it in the fridge. And there's no way I'm cooking 5 days in a row. Are you mad?
Am I a machine?
Yeah. That's how I was raised. Like my mum used to put shit in the fucking freezer as well.
Is my name Gordon Ramsay? I'm sorry. No. Just no, I'm not doing that. And I won't do that for the next one. And if the next one doesn't work out, I won't do that for the one after that. Do you know what I mean?
Not gonna lie, me as a second wife, can't.
I'm good.
I'm cutting.
If you want somebody to make you fresh food every day, hire a chef. Have enough money to do that. Okay.
For reals.
Do you know what? I don't know whose turn it was, but I was gonna say what was on my list about to do with like weight and that. Also is the comments when you're pregnant on your bump is so small or your bump is so big. Like, why?
That's a good point.
Why?
People got me worried because I was quite small, my bump, and people used to make comments like, "You're how many months along? And you're that small."
I had the opposite. I was too big.
I'm like, can you shut the fuck up?
Literally.
Please.
I had the opposite. I was too big. So at 5 months, I remember this vividly. I was at work. I come out of the lift, at work, and there was a pregnant woman going into the lift. No, she wasn't. She was in the lift with me, but she got on a different floor, right?
Yeah.
So we were only in the lift together for about 10 seconds or so. So she was also pregnant. We're about the same size. I said, "Oh, how far along are you?" She said, "I'm 8.5 months." At the time, I was 5 months. And I looked at her and I said, she was like, "What about you?" I said, 5. And then she sort of looked at me and she went, and I was like, "Well, yeah," but she could tell, like, she didn't want to be weird about it, innit? She was like, "Oh, I'm about to take my maternity leave." She switched up the conversation. And I was like, "Rah, that's how you know everyone's different." But at the same time, I was way taller than her. So in my head, I was like, fam, I'm bigger than you. Obviously, my bump is going to be bigger, right?
Yeah.
I didn't feel a type of way about it. But then I went to Westfield and a white lady touched my belly out of fucking nowhere. She just came up to me and just went, oh, and I was like, you know when you're just gobsmacked?
Yeah.
I was like, don't fucking touch me. And she was like, no, I didn't mean anything by it. And I was like, yeah, but I don't know you.
Some
Like,
people are weird.
why would you touch me? I don't know you, right? So I was like, what the fuck with that? And then she was like, how far along are you? At that point, I was so stunned. I was like, 6 months. And I was like, I said, was it? It was like 8 months. I think it was about 8 months. And she was like, you're ready to pop? I was like, don't fucking touch me.
Oh.
No, it was mad. I was like, I have a whole month left and you're telling me I'm ready to pop now.
Yeah.
But yeah, comments about babies in the womb, touching people unsolicitedly.
It's almost like we can't control our bump size. Does that make sense?
No, you can't.
Like every woman carries her bump differently, depending on her weight, her height,
Her genes.
everything is just
Her
it
genes.
is what it is. You can't control it, so there's no point saying, "Oh, your bump is a bit small.
Mhm.
Your bump is too big."
Mhm.
Like, shut up, kindly.
You know,
please.
some people, yeah, they're like 4 foot or 5 foot. They're small people, and they have massive bumps. And then at the same time, there are women who are like 6 foot who have small bumps. But it's to do with your genes, like how your ancestors had it, like how, you know, all of these factors come into play. Like, what's your diet like? How bad are you vomiting? Like, how bad is the morning sickness? Everything comes into play. Some things you just don't need to fucking open your mouth about, put it that way. Sometimes just shut the fuck up. Resist the urge to be a dickhead.
Period. Oof, this one. You had a C-section? Oh, you're so lucky.
What? What?
Yeah.
What?
You don't know how many times I say, or, this is similar. It's like, oh, you had a C-section. Oh, you didn't experience pain then. You didn't experience the pain. When someone actually said that, they were like, oh, so you skipped the whole contractions. I was like, nah. First of all, what people are forgetting here is
I've heard that one.
almost 24 hours of contractions first. And then I had a C-section. So no one can tell me that I had an easy way out.
You know, I've heard people say to people, oh, you had a C-section?
They think
You didn't really give birth. I've heard people say that.
Do you know what people
That's
genuinely
fucking
think?
rude.
People when I say I've had a C-section, it's like straight away they assume that I scheduled a C-section instead of going through the labour and then having an emergency C-section.
People do schedule it though.
It's possible. There's
Yeah,
different
people do
types,
schedule
but
it.
for me, it was like I didn't even have a choice.
Mm.
Like I just don't like how people just assume C-sections are the easy way out.
Mm-hmm. Big
So
facts.
don't try and come to me and say, "Oh, you had a C-section. Oh, you're lucky." I'm like,
Major surgery, once again. I'm going to say that
I
once
couldn't
again.
even laugh. Fam.
Major surgery. They can't even cough.
Can't even bend down.
You can't even sneeze. Sneezing is... Do you know how many muscles you use just to sit upright? Bro, just to sit like this. Do you know how many muscles I'm using? I can feel my core.
I was in agony 24/7.
Bro. Hasid nimble, you know. People that say shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what?
What about you, sis?
I have. Okay, so I've done all of those. People that come to you right before you're about to give birth and tell you all their traumatic labour stories.
I didn't like that in. But I'm not gonna lie.
When I gave birth,
To play devil's advocate, I'm not gonna lie. I used to always ask women, how was labour like? I used to ask them.
yeah, but it's
Tell
different.
me.
It's different when you want to know,
I
and
wanted
it's
to
different when
know.
you don't want to fucking know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, when I was giving birth, the baby done this and that and this and that and this and that happened. Don't tell me. I felt like I was gonna die. Don't tell me. It was the worst experience of my life. Don't tell me.
Yeah.
Oh,
Why causing all this, like, what do they call it? Fear mongering. Like,
wallahi.
why would you do that to this poor woman who's about
And
to...
she's about to give birth.
That's hasid, wallahi. That is so... Even now, you know, if I hear someone's pregnant that I know, I'm like, well wishes and that, but we ain't going to talk about my labour till...
You know my aunt,
Yeah.
but me and her have a mutual connection, right?
Yeah.
So my aunt, she knows my aunt, right? That same aunt was pregnant after I'd given birth. right? So she gave birth not too long after me. So she called me one day and was like, tell me your labor story. And I was like, no. I was like, you're about to give birth? No, I'm not telling you jack shit. And she was like, no, Nasra, please. Like, I actually want to know. She was genuine in like her curiosity. She wanted to know what it was like. And obviously I'd just given birth. So I was the perfect person to ask. She was like, how was the hospital? How was this? She was asking me so many questions. And it was like, it wasn't like to like be afraid or like prepare for the worst. It was more like, I'm curious, like, how did it go for you? Like, I'm about to go through this. It's the same way you wouldn't see someone in a queue to go on a roller coaster and say to them, yo, my uncle died on a roller coaster. Like, you wouldn't do that. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't. Like, it's mad. Just don't do shit like that. Just don't. Period. Unless the person wants to know, then go the extra mile.
This one, Sid, if you wrote this down, I'm gonna spudge you. Because this is a Somali thing, okay? I'm not with the baby. She's with her father. I want you to listen to this. Yeah. I'm out and about doing whatever. Mm-hmm. The baby's with the father. Mm-hmm. What do people say when they see me straight away?
Where's the baby?
And I'm talking about aunties, yeah? Oh, where's Jannah? Jannah Awe. Sometimes I'll be at my mum's house or whatever. Where's Jannah? Oh, she's with her dad. Quickly go home. What do you mean she's with your husband? And I'm like, that's the father. Like, that's the father of my child. That's her parent.
I didn't write that down.
That's a real one, because
that is a bad one.
That one is mad.
That is a bad one.
So now it's like the baby can't even leave my sight. Is that what you're telling me?
They want you to suffer. That's what it is.
That's what it's like.
They want you to suffer,
but they will never ever go to the husband when he's on his own or when he's playing football. They will never ever say,
where's Jannah?
They'll never say, go home to your wife. She's with your child. Never. They put dads on a pedestal. Like, they see a dad out with their child. Oh, look at that man. Where's the mum?
Fam, if they're washing dishes in the house. Wow, that man washes dishes? Because you raised your sons. If you raise your sons to be ain't shit niggas, then
basic survival skills.
If you have a man that helps you with your child, Allahumma barik, mashallah, you're very lucky, because majority of Somali men are raised exactly like that. These are the same women you're forgetting that raised these men that are not shit parents.
That's the thing.
That don't help you. Not only do they not help you with your child, but you will also have to clean up after them as if you are also their mother, as if you fucking gave birth to them. And that's the sad part. Because not only do I have 100 things to do for my child, I now have 100 things to do for you. And then you ask, how did she become depressed? We don't know how that happened. We don't know how, she lost her mind, miskinada. We don't know how it happened. No, you do know how it happened. You just don't want to fucking admit your role in it and the fact that you are not a good parent. If the shoe fits and you're fucking offended, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, basically.
That's what I have
but
to
it's
say
actually
about
wild to me when it's like, where's your daughter? Oh, she's with her dad.
Bro, at least you're comfortable enough to leave your kid with the dad.
And the thing is, I make it clear, it's like, she's with her dad. Like, I'm making it clear.
Parents.
She's with her parent, bro. Do you know how my husband would feel if I never let Jenna stay home with him? Do you know what I mean?
You got a good one.
Well, like, he would be gutted. He'd be like, what the fuck? Let me look after my own daughter. Like, what's wrong with you?
If I open my mouth right now, I'm going to look like somebody who's starting a fight. I'm going to look like somebody who's starting a war.
Yeah, I think that one should have been number one. That one pisses me off.
I'm going to be quiet, bro.
Yeah.
Okay,
jars me differently. Okay.
That one is fucked.
That one is actually...
Who helped create that child with you?
It takes two to tango.
Did you make that child on your own?
It takes two to tango, man.
So the responsibility is only on the mum. That's fucked up. Yeah. Okay, I have... So what? You don't want to breastfeed the child? But there's no milk coming out. So you want to deprive the child of breast milk?
I got that down. I got that.
Bruh.
That's my last one.
That one was my mom. My mom was like,
Oh, yeah.
you are depriving the baby of breast milk. And I'm like, but she's sucking on it and nothing's coming out. Nothing's coming out. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
Do you want me to... What do you want me to do? Shall
I had immense pressure from my mum and my husband to breastfeed. And I stood my ground and I said, I can't do it. Not that I didn't have milk. I just didn't want to do it.
Wallahi, I don't blame you.
I was honestly,
Wallahi, I don't blame you.
I didn't want to add anything else to my burden. Does that make sense? I'm already burdened with just pain everywhere.
I think
did not
Allah
want
gave me that one. Wallahi, you know how you say Allah works in ways?
Yeah.
I think Allah gave me that one. I think Allah just stopped the milk production from coming out of my breast.
Yeah.
Just so that it didn't add another thing to the burdens I already had.
That's the thing. I
swear
saw it as like, okay, to keep my sanity, bro, I sometimes want other people to feed this child. So what do I do?
Do you know how you're stuck to that child constantly? It's just you that's going to do it. You can't even go to the shop.
That's the thing. You can't go to Tesco.
You can't even go anywhere, wallahi, unless you pump. And do you know how much pumping hurts, fam? I tried it. Do you know how much pumping hurts, fam? Oh,
I was cramping. I had to take ibuprofen.
I was crying.
Oh, it was so painful the first couple of times. I don't think people really understand what we're saying here. Like, pumping or breastfeeding in the beginning, it's going to hurt.
Bro, my nipple was done out here. My nipple looked like my eczema eye. You remember I showed you that picture of my eczema eye? That's how my nipple looked.
Bruh, no way.
It was done out here. It was all like this, and it was got cuts, and it was bleeding, and it was fucking ugly. It's never looked, now it still doesn't look the same since. No, I'm not going to show you that one.
When you're breastfeeding in the early stages, like postpartum, your uterus will start contracting right there and then.
It helps it go back to normal.
So like, I had to keep pumping, and it was like I had to sit there in excruciating pain for like 20 minutes.
Bro.
And that's when I decided, hell no.
And you know what as well?
I've got
you
enough
know what they used to say to me? Yeah. Oh, the milk is not coming out because you're not taking turmeric, or you need to eat fenugreek, or you need to you need to have this concoction of naturals, God knows what. And I'd be like, first of all, fenugreek makes you smell like your sweat fucking stinks. Turmeric is nasty. You want me to mix that in my drink and drink it? Absolutely not. I've already got enough on my plate. Wallahi, if Ilahi said it's not coming out, it's not coming out. We'll leave it at that. Do you know as well what happened? Because obviously I said she was losing weight, right? So they told me, the midwife said to me, you need to bottle feed her because she's losing weight rapidly. And if you don't, she's gonna die. So I said, cool. I got the bottle. I stopped breastfeeding her for a week till she got her weight back up. Then as soon as I tried to give her the breast again, that baby was like, she was like, what the fuck is this? What's this? She's like, there's nothing coming out. She was like she actually would spit it out. And I'd be like, baby girl, I don't even blame you. I didn't even want to do that anyway. Don't worry, we're going to leave you like that. Where's the bottle?
100%. I think one thing that, fam, I even wrote a blog post about this because I had to forgive myself because I felt guilty for the longest.
Same.
That I didn't breastfeed.
Same.
And there was one time when one of my mom's friends was like to me, the reason why your daughter keeps getting sick is because you don't breastfeed her. I
didn't breastfeed my child, and Hannah still gets sick, but not as often as other kids.
Jenna, not gonna lie, she got sick a couple of times, innit? And I just didn't understand what I was doing wrong. But at the end of the day, if she gets sick, she gets sick, innit?
But when she gets sick, she builds up antibodies anyway. So what's the problem?
She had the maddest throat infection recently, a couple of months ago. She had to be on antibiotics, IV. And the comment that I was getting about the fact that she always gets sick because I didn't breastfeed her, I challenged her straight away. So I said, okay, so are you telling me that your kids have never gotten sick because you breastfed them? It's impossible. Humans get sick, fam. Do you get what I'm saying? Humans get sick.
It happens.
So I've got a bit of a mouth. I snap back.
Oh, me too.
I snap back. I say something cheeky back.
When I swear on here, I don't want people to think that I just do it for the camera. I really don't. If you know me in real life, wallahi, you'll know I swear everywhere. I swear around anyone. I don't give a flying fuck who is there. Unless you've I don't know how to explain it, but unless it's an imam or like a sheikh, or unless I'm in the mosque, then you won't catch me swearing as often. But the rest of the time, I don't care who you are. I'm gonna say whatever I want to say, how I want to say it.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've had to pull up aunties, wallahi, in the rudest ways, like in the rudest of ways, because you sometimes just have to. Sometimes there's no nice way of going about it. Put it that way.
It's just like same. Like I don't want to be rude about it, but I'll just make them feel stupid. Like I'll make them feel stupid.
So dumb, wallahi.
Yeah.
And then you know what? That adds to your mum guilt as well. As if you're not already walking around with mum guilt.
I felt so bad. Because before I gave birth, I thought I was going to breastfeed her, you know? Like, I was comfortable with the breastfeeding. But then, postpartum, like, because I was so down mentally, I was like, nah, I don't want to do this.
It's too much. You know, as well, like, breastfeeding, what it takes out of you, not even just physically, like, the physical aspect of it is nuts. But not even just physically, even mentally, like, you have to be really mentally there to breastfeed, because it's you can give a child like 4 ounces of formula milk and they'll be calm for like 3 hours, but a breastfed baby might come to you 5 times in 3 hours to be fed, and 5 times in 3 hours, it's like, what the fuck, do you not get full? Like, fuck off.
Cluster feeding, they call it, innit?
Yeah, like, it's mad. Like, it's just like, why would I put myself through that if I'm already, you know, not in a place where I'm able to handle something like that?
Yeah.
If
and
everything was good,
I liked how, like,
I wouldn't have given up.
My mom was able to feed her. My sister was able to feed her. When I'm sleeping, they can feed her. That's that's one of the main reasons why I didn't want to do it, you know, because I needed my rest.
You know, my cousin.
When am I going to rest if I have to constantly put my tit in her mouth, bro? Obviously, people pump and put it aside. I get that.
Yeah, but that's too painful.
But yeah, it was just my whole relationship with breastfeeding was complicated.
No, I get you. Mine as well.
Yeah.
But luckily, alhamdulillah for me, my cousin came over after I'd given birth, and she stayed with me for about 2 weeks. And I would do the night shift because my sleeping pattern was fucked. It still is fucked 2 years later. But I would do the night shift and she would do the day shift. And I shit you not, at 7 o'clock in the morning, I would literally come to her. She'd come to me and I'd go, there's your niece. Goodbye. And I'm gone. I'm gone. And I'm knocking out from 7 o'clock in the morning until like at least 2 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Where she would then come to me and be like, hey, I need a little bit of a break. And I'd be like, yeah, bring the baby. Bring the milk.
I used to do that as well.
Got you.
I used to do that as well. Like, as soon as it hits 8, 9 o'clock in the morning, whoever wakes up first takes the baby.
Goodbye.
Because some nights she'd be crying 5 hours straight. I'm not even joking. Some nights she was crying for 5 hours straight. I'm at my wit's end. By the time it's 9 o'clock, I'm finished.
That's mad.
Now imagine I had to keep breastfeeding even though I'm tired. Goodbye.
Nah, that's
so the women who
wild.
breastfeed, you guys are...
You man are... you man.
You guys are the
Are
best.
super women.
Yeah. Some of us are not that super.
I respect you, bro. MashaAllah. And you know what? The actually you got from that. Me, I didn't get it. I'm not bothered about it. But, wallahi, I hope you get triple times the ajr for that, bro. Because what you went through.
Yeah, wallahi.
What you went through after already going through the 9 months and then the birth. They go through that. Hey. Super women.
Innit?
Wallahi.
And then they do it for like 2 years straight. Oh my god.
2 years. Did you know? Fun fact, in the Somali culture, I don't know if it's in Arabic or I don't know if it's just Somali, if it's a Muslim thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
But in a culture that we share, if you don't breastfeed your daughter for 2 years, you have to buy her a set of gold. Wallahi, as compensation for not having breastfed her for 2 years.
I never knew that.
Yeah, my mum told me that. And she did buy me a set of gold when I was a kid for it. Because I didn't also last the full 2 years. My mum said I refused the breast after 6 months. But 6 months, she did 6 months! That's a prison sentence, fam.
My brother completely rejected it. He did not want my mum's boob.
No.
At all, from the get-go. He just wanted the bottle.
That's mad.
So like, why are people putting so much pressure on women to breastfeed when some babies don't even want the breast? Then what? No.
Bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. My kid is totally fine. she was only breastfed for maybe what? I would say at best a month. Even that is like I'm giving myself credit that I don't deserve. But at best a month. And she's completely fine. Alhamdulillah. She's completely fine.
They're
like,
still fed.
She's alright. She's growing. She's a little bit maybe on the shorter side, but she's getting taller now. Like, she's on the shorter side only because of her genes. But I'm tall, so my family are all tall. So she gonna get there. Plus she's a girl, who gives a fuck? She gonna get married anyway.
Yeah.
You know them ones. But
What do you have next on your list?
what do I have next? Okay.
I don't have any more left, you know.
Oh, you're done.
I don't know if I'm done or not.
I have the last one I have is oh no, actually I have two more. One of them is unsolicited visiting after having a newborn. Like people that just show up.
Okay.
Don't fucking do that. Ring, call. At least let me know when you're on
I
your
hate
way
that.
or something. Don't just knock on my door. That's
Even
fun.
before the baby. This is something I hate.
I hate this in general as well. But
Like,
it's even
please.
worse when you have a
I
baby.
like to tidy up the house first. You
I'm
know?
sorry. People that used to do that to me, and I say to my mum, like, let's say I have a nap scheduled, right? And I'm going to go have a nap after my shower. And then Hoya says to me, oh, you know, so-and-so is 10 minutes away. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
They're not going to see me today because I'm going to nap. My nap is more important than seeing God knows who's so-and-so, Tom, Dick, or Harry. I don't care. Halim or Abdi, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm going to nap.
I hear that.
And also, if you would have told me in advance that you were coming, maybe I would have, you know, like, rescheduled my nap or put it at a different time. But if I'm going to nap now and you're 10 minutes away, I'm sorry, you're not going to see me. You can see the baby, go, take the baby, go, mah salama.
Yeah.
You're not going to see me. I'm tired.
Yeah.
So that one as well. And also overstaying their welcome. People, bro, you've caught me when I'm awake. We're sitting together. You've been here for 1 hour. I want to go nap. Why are you still sitting there? And you know, because we're Somali, we're never going to say to them, all right, then, you know, you've overstayed your welcome. You know, here's your coat. We're not going to do that,
Never.
right? But I'm going to hate you. Like, deep down, I'm going to resent you because I'm tired and I want to go nap. And especially at a time where somebody's given birth and they can't control their feelings, I'm really going to resent you. And I'm going to dislike you for a very long time.
Yeah.
Until I personally get over it.
Somalis are like that. Like, next thing you know, you're bringing out mattresses and shit. And they stay over. Some people are like that, you know.
Bro.
All of a sudden, you've got guests at your house for a couple of days.
All of a sudden, it's like, yo, what we having for dinner? Fuck off! Go have dinner at your own house, fam.
Yeah.
Mahalik rabta.
Yeah. That's Somalis for you.
Bro.
That's Somalis for you, sis.
The last one on my list is making mums feel like they're doing it all wrong. / not listening to their input. I hate it when I say to my mum, yeah, Hannah's crying because of this. No, she's hungry.
Okay, yeah.
No, she's not hungry. She's crying because, you know, let's say she's too hot. She's too hot. That's why she's crying. Nope, she's hungry. But wait, I don't understand. Did you give birth to her or did I?
Mm-hmm. Or like the type of food I give my daughter. That's not enough. Give her this. Give her that. Another thing that kind of jars me a little bit is when like they ask me when's the last time I fed my daughter. That makes me feel like, why ask me?
My mum
it's
does
like-
that every day.
If it's a thing where it's like almost like a handover. If I'm about to leave and then we exchanging notes.
When
and
was
I'm
the
like,
looks time?
When's the last time you... That kind of thing I understand.
Yes.
But sometimes it's like, people are like,
Oh, hey, how are you? When
Well,
was the
she
last
looks-
time?
yo, she looks hungry. When's the last time you fed the girl?
Nah, my mum does it, yeah.
Like, allow it, bro.
But that
I didn't
one-
forget about her, you know. Like, I fed her.
That one I will allow my mum on. You know why? Because she genuinely just wants to know how her day's gone.
Yeah.
So she'll ask me, oh, what did you guys do today? What did she eat? Like, she's not asking me in a way that's like, have you fed her? Like, she knows I fed her, but she's asking me, what did you eat? Like, what did you feed her?
I clocked the difference.
So she's now developed that one. I don't know if it's a mask for actually wanting to know, or if she just genuinely, I don't know.
Yeah.
But before, it was, what have you fed the baby today? And I'm like, don't fucking ask me that, because you're making it sound like I'm not feeding the baby. And I definitely am. It's my baby. I'm very triggered that you're trying to make it sound like I'm not a good mum. And then she's like, whoa, how did it get to this? That's not what I meant. And I'm like, yeah, but it has like, you're implying it. Do you know what I mean? It's like an implication. You don't have to say it. I feel like sometimes people don't realise they're being insensitive. And just watch what you say around new mothers and, you know, pregnant women. Like, nobody wants to offend somebody, you know, when they didn't mean it, like, unintentionally. But it does happen quite a lot with new mothers, especially. Like, the best thing to do with new mothers is give them encouragement. Oh, you're doing a great job. Like, you're doing such an amazing job. I'm so proud of you. You know, things that are like words of,
if you want advice.
Yeah, like, do you need any help? Offer support, bro.
If you want advice, let me know.
If you need me to do your dishes, like, don't even say, shall I? If you're there and there's dishes in the sink or there's laundry that needs to be done, just say, listen, I'm going to help you. I'm going to do it. What do you need me to do? Be helpful. Yeah. Don't be somebody who's just going to make things worse. Like, if you're going to come there, be helpful, right?
Do you know when I gave birth, the Somali community where I lived came and sent food to my mum's house. When I tell you we had heaps of food in the kitchen, none of them visited. And we appreciate that because of the pandemic.
That's so sweet.
But they all sent they all sent food.
That's so sweet.
And I appreciate that a lot.
Well, I bring food, man.
My mum didn't even need to cook, you know, because she was also doing night shifts with me.
Oh.
So yeah, it was nice. That's the kind of thing you need to do. Fill up the fridge. Make sure that she doesn't have to cook anything.
Be a community, like. Yeah. There's always a difference between the person that does something and the person that just says something. Just be the person that's proactive in doing good. Don't be the person that's gonna be remembered as that bitch that called me fat, or, you know, oh, the auntie that always comments on my size, or the auntie that always tries to make me do things her way, or, you know, the person that comes along and just tells me their bad experiences without me asking, or even the person who just comes along and fucking makes me feel like I'm doing everything wrong. Don't be that person. Be the person who's always out here to do good and make people feel good. And you'll be remembered by pregnant women, especially. And you'll be remembered by people who've just given birth. Yeah. Because that's when our emotions are the most high. You know?
It will always be remembered.
It will be remembered. It will never be forgotten.
Just kind words, man. Like, that's what will be remembered.
Don't kiss newborns on the mouth. Don't touch pregnant women's bellies without asking. Some people are not comfortable with it. They just don't want you to touch them. Yeah. That's their baby's home. Like, do strangers walk into your house and just sit down and have a cup of tea? They don't. You wouldn't like it if a stranger did that. Like, if you walked into your house and there was just someone sitting there that you don't know, that's fucking weird. Yeah. So if you find that weird, then don't touch my belly. That's my child's home. You've essentially walked into my kid's house and had a cup of tea. Don't fucking do it.
I'm sorry.
Your nose. Sue's got a runny nose.
My nose is running like a tap. Leave a comment on your experiences and things that you hate. To all you pregnant women right now, if you're watching this, you'll be fine. You'll get through it.
Yes, you will.
You will get through it.
You're doing an amazing job.
And ignore all the haters.
Yes.
I've got bad allergies right now. That's why I'm keeping a tissue here. Hope you don't mind.
But we have a lot to share, innit?
Yeah.
We have a lot to talk about. But nah, like, honestly, for real, give people some words of encouragement. Like, you never know how much people might need it, you know?
Honestly. Do
a good thing, do a good deed every day. Do a kind thing, even if it's just telling someone how beautiful they look.
Stop scaremongering a pregnant woman as well.
Yes.
She doesn't want to know anything about labour.
And she's probably insecure about how she looks. Just tell her she's beautiful. What the fuck? It's not going to take anything out of your day just to compliment someone, you know? Pregnant women, even people who have just given birth, please don't comment on what they look like. If you do that, you're just an A-class dickhead.
For reals.
But yeah,
100%.
Thank you for watching us. We hope you've enjoyed our little rant. I feel like we need to get that off our chest, innit?
Obviously, yeah. And I think there's going to be plenty more to come in the next few videos. I can't lie. I might remember something next time and go off on a rant.
Yes. But yeah, this is us.
I'm Sawiya.
I'm Nasra.
Thank you for tuning in once again. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, share it on all your Twitters and your
comment
Instagrams.
as well. Tell us what you want to see.
Comment, yeah, engage with us. Like, share like your experiences.